Good morning, children. Welcome to first year Bharati English medium. Fifth chapter. Yesterday class we discussed the fifth chapter. Today also continuation of the fifth chapter. What is the fifth chapter, Nani? Morphology of flowering plants. 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 Okay, now morphology of flowering plants. In that already discussed about the root, taproot system, fibrous root system, adventitious root system, root regions of the root cap, region of meristematic activity, region of elongation, region of maturation, and root modifications. Last class in root modifications we discussed especially underground roots, okay, pneumatophores, astorial roots, nodular roots, these are the root modifications especially we discussed in last class. Now stem, about the stem. Now the new topic is stem. Stem is ascending part of axis. Ascending part of axis. Stem grow in ascending order. Stem is the ascending part of axis. Okay, ascending part of the axis. Stem which bears the branches, leaves, flowers, fruits. So the stem develops from the plumule, whereas the root develops from the radicle. But here stem develops from the plumule. Stem develops from the plumule of the embryo of germinating seed. Plumule of the embryo of germinating seed. Plumule. Stem develops from plumule. Stem having nodes. Stem having nodes. What is node? What are nodes? Node means on the region of the stem where leaves are arranged. On the region of the stem, where leaves are arranged, that is called node. The portion between two nodes are called internode. 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 The stem having buds. Some are terminal buds, some are axillary buds. Stem having buds. Some are terminal buds. Some are terminal buds. Some are terminal buds. Some are axillary buds. Some are terminal buds. Some are axillary buds. This is about the information of the root, and this is about the information of stem. And stem grow out of the soil generally. Stem shows positive response to phototropism. Stem grows against to the gravitation force. So what are the stem modifications? Okay. And one more thing here you can remind, stem functions. But what is the main functions of the stem? Stem is to spread out the branches. It can spread out the branches which are having flowers, fruits, okay, leaves, and it can transport water, minerals, and photosynthesis. It can store the food material. It is also very useful for vegetative propagation. It gives support and it gives protection to the plant. So these are the functions of the stem. Okay, these are the functions of the stem. But what are stem modifications? But what are stem modifications? Now in this class we have to discuss about the stem modifications. Stem modifications. Stem modifications. And what are the stem modifications? You can see clearly. So, generally stems are grows aerially, but in some plants stem grows inside the soil opposite to aerial habit. Generally stem having aerial habit. It can grow aerially, but in some plants, stem grows inside of the soil opposite to their aerial habit. So that type of the stems are called underground stems. So that type of the modifications are called underground stem modifications. Underground stem modifications. Underground stem modifications. Underground stem modifications. Okay, means stems grows inside the soil opposite to their aerial habit. The stem which are growing inside the soil that are called underground stem modifications. For storage of the food, for storing food purpose, they grow inside the soil. These are called underground stems. The modifications are called underground stem modifications. Here you can see. But what are the underground stem modifications? Especially stem tubers now. Stem tubers. Okay. And rhizome. And palms. These are some of the underground stem modifications. Stem tuber, best example, potato. Okay. Bulbs. Rhizome, best example, ginger and turmeric. Rhizome. Ginger and turmeric. Palms, colocasia and amorphophallus. Palms, colocasia and amorphophallus. Amorphophallus. Bulb, best example are here. So these are all underground stem modifications. They are all underground stem modifications. Next, in some aerial plants, the stem modified to perform different functions, especially stem tendrils. We can discuss especially stem tendrils. For what are stem tendrils? Stem tendrils. For what are stem tendrils? Especially these stem tendrils are very useful for climbing purpose. These stem tendrils are derived from axillary buds, terminal buds. These stem tendrils are developed from axillary buds, Some are developed from terminal buds, axillary buds. Example: cucumber, watermelon. Terminal buds. Example: grapes, etc. So these are the stem tendrils which are very useful for climbing purpose. Some axial buds, they are converted into stem tendrils. Some terminal buds also converted into stem tendrils which are very useful for climbing purpose. Okay. Next, thorns. In some plants, the buds that are modified to woody, straight, pointed structures. The woody, straight, pointed structures are called thorns. These thorns are very useful for protecting the plants, for grazing animals. Because of the having of the thorns, plants are protected from grazing animals. For here, these thorns are produced from buds. These thorns you can see commonly in citrus plants and bougainvillea. Citrus, example, citrus and bougainvillea. Okay, bougainvillea examples: citrus and bougainvillea. These are the examples to the thorns. Next, what are phyllocates? Phyllocates means what? Phyllocates in some plants, stems are modified. In some plants, especially, stems are modified. Especially, you can see in succulent plants, desert plants, the stems are modified as fleshy, flattened structures. Fleshy, flattened structures. Some are fleshy, cylindrical structures. Okay, cylindrical structures. Some are needle-like structures. Fleshy stems are fleshy, flattened structures. Best example: Opensia. Cylindrical structures. The stems are modified fleshy cylindrical structures. Best example: Euphorbia. Needle-like the stems which are converted into needle-like structure. Best example: Casuarina. So these are the phyllocates. The stem able to perform photosynthesis. Leaves are reduced to scale leaves. Leaves are reduced to minute scales. Leaves are reduced to spines, especially to avoid the transpiration, loss of water. To reduce the water loss, leaves are modified to thorns or scales. So these are the phyllocates. Next, cladophylls. Best example: asparagus. In asparagus, the limited growth of branches which able to perform photosynthesis. So that type of the limited growth of the branches which are modified to perform photosynthesis, that are called cladophylls. Best example, asparagus. Next, bulbils. What are the bulbils? Bulbils. Bulbils means in some plants the buds store the food material, especially axillary buds, terminal buds. Axillary buds. Axillary buds store the food. Best example, Dioscorea. Dioscorea plant. Dioscorea. In Dioscorea, axillary buds store the food material. In Agave americana, in agave plant, terminal buds. In agave plant, terminal. In agave plant, terminal buds that can store the food material. Whenever these buds are detached from the parent plant, it can grow new individual plants. These are very useful for vegetative propagation. So these are the bulbils, the special structures of the buds which can store the food material. So that buds are called bulbils. Axillary buds in Dioscorea, terminal buds in agave, they can store the food material, that are called bulbils. Next important topic, runners. What are runners? Runners, especially underground plants, underground stems of some grasses, underground stem of the strawberry, and subaerial roots of axalis, especially subaerial root of subaerial stem, axalis, subaerial stem in axalis. They can spread out the new plant. They can spread the plants into new places. Axalis spread out branches in new places. New plants are produced whenever the older ones are dead. So these axalis, strawberry, these plants, they can spread out the branches into new places. Whenever the main branch become die, these new species, these new branches grow as a new plant. That is runners, especially in axalis, in strawberry, the new branches are spread into new places. These, whenever the old ones are dead, these new branches behave like a new plant. That is runners. Best example. Next, stolons. Stolons means especially Nerium and jasmine. Best example to the stolons, Nerium and jasmine. Nerium and jasmine. In these nerium and jasmine, the lateral stems, the lateral branches are called stolons. These lateral branches arise from the base of main stem. The lateral branches are arise from base of main axis or main stem. So these lateral branches, this can grow aerially for some time. So mainly lateral branches are developed from the base of the main stem. These lateral branches grow aerially for some time. These lateral branches bend downwards, touch the ground. They can develop the adventitious roots and grow as new individual plant. So this type of the process is called asexual. This type of the vegetative propagation is called Storen method. Storens. Next example, Nereum and Jasmine. This is about the storens. But what are offsets? Offsets. Offsets. Runners, storens, offsets. But what are offsets? The lateral branch of one node length. The lateral branch which having one internode length is called offsets. Offsets means they having one lateral branch which having one internode length. The lateral branches which having one internode length is called offsets. Each node each node they develop leaves in rosette form. At the each here you can see the lateral branch which having only one internode length. Here node. Here this node they develop leaves in rosette form. Here also they develop the leaves in rosette form. Okay. At the each node they develop leaves in rosette form. Okay. Rosette form. Okay. At the each node they develop leaves in rosette form and a cluster of balancing roots. A cluster of balancing roots are developed at the base of the discoid stem. Here discoid stem is there. At the base of the discoid stem, they can develop a cluster of balancing roots. So this type of the arrangements are called offsets. Best example, Pistia and Icambia. Pistia and Icambia. Best example to the offsets. The last one, suckers. What is meant by suckers? Best example, banana, pineapple, chrysanthemum. Best example, chrysanthemum. Chrysanthemum. In chrysanthemum, the lateral branches are developed at the base of the main axis, at the base of the main stem. But these lateral branches grow horizontally beneath the soil. Sometimes, okay, up to some days, these lateral branches grow horizontally beneath the soil. In soil, these lateral branches grow horizontally. After some time, these horizontal branches obliquely come out of the soil and they can develop leafy shoots. So the type of the horizontal branches which are raised from the soil, which are developed from the base of the stem, the horizontal branches that are called suckers. Best example, chrysanthemum. So these runners, storens, offsets, suckers are very useful in vegetative propagation. So this is about the stem modifications. Okay, one more thing here you can see. underground stem modifications, tendrils, thorns, phyllocytes, cladophylls, bulbils, runners, stolons, offsets, suckers. Which examples you can remember? These are very important stem modifications. In tomorrow class we are going to discuss about the leaf. Okay, but what are the leaf modifications? We will discuss in next class. Okay, thank you children.